competition, somebody having to come behind you and scan again. If they can't follow your exam, or if those cysts undergo changes, it's gonna be hard to follow those. Okay, it's gonna be hard to. That's why you don't want to start doing 15 cysts, because not only gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be hard for somebody to come back and try to, retry to get those images.
So if previous tech did 15, you have to do 15 on the
Oh
phone.
no. Like I said, the standard really, no matter where I've ever worked at, has been 3. Some people even just do 1. So the 3 large.
So you keep doing those same 3, or you see a bigger one?
If you see a bigger one, but that's the thing, it's gonna be hard to determine after a while, because once they grow, then I may or may not know if you have multi-cystic dysplastic kidney disease, then I'm not gonna know whether this cyst just took off and grew bigger now, or it's the same one because it's near the same area from last time. I won't. It'll be hard to tell.
Like a lymphoma. Like let's say the previous tech did like the 3 in the leg, then you see 1 on the arm. Do you go back and measure that one?
It depends on the order. If the order says leg, I'm not gonna go and do the arm. Okay? It just depends on what the order says to do, because you come to putting the radiologist at risk by, kind of freestyle, and now you put something on them that now they have to read that wasn't a part of the original order. Okay, so that's something like, if it's on the leg, yes. If it's, you have a right leg lipoma. But you know how people come in there and they'll be like, oh, but I have something over here too. Look at this too. And yeah, I'll look at it, and if it's something concerning, and that's a judgment call, of course. If it's something concerning, I'll take images, or I'll just go communicate with the radiologist. Like, hey, this person has this, and this. Do you want me to get these images or no? And then I'll let them determine. Like, I'll stay in constant communication with the doctor, because that's what we work for, So I always, like, as long as they're covered, because they're the ones reading my exam, then I'm going to be covered. If they're good with what I'm doing, then that's good. I'll step out and call them. Hey, do you want me to look at this or no? So I'll communicate with the radiologist to tell me what I need to do in order to get what images. And of course, here's how lipomas appear. You see they're very superficial structures. Most of the time, they're in that muscle layer and or that fat layer. And here's the mammogram. You can see it right there. But you see they're kind of echogenic, very homogeneous throughout. The lipoma is really easy to spot most of the time because they're more echogenic than normal tissue. Intraductal papilloma, intracystic papilloma, and papillomatosis. These are common and occurs during late reproductive years. Okay? Focal overgrowth of the duct epithelia and myoepithelial cells supported by a fibrovascular stalk. And you can sometimes be able to see the little stalk, or where it comes from, where it's attached. Meaning the stalk means it's attached to the wall or something, like an attachment. Okay. Its central location close to the areola, and ingrowing papilloma may obstruct the duct, causing cyst formation or intracystic papilloma. Okay. These conditions are going to consist of multiple small papillary growths in the small ducts of the TDLU after peripheral papillomatosis, usually asymptomatic, possible bloody or watery nipple discharge. Mammographically is gonna you may miss a central papilloma, appears raspberry-like. I don't know what that means specifically, but that's criteria for that. Pat, what does that mean, raspberry-like? Okay. So graphically, maybe. I don't know how to look at mammograms well, so I can't say what that appears like on an X-ray. Localized dilation of the solitary duct, color flow in the fibrovascular stalk. Anytime, like I said, a stalk is like the growth. It's like where it's coming from. So if you have like a mass, like you have your, say you have, let me just draw an endometrium, right? That's an endometrium right there, guys. And if you have a stalk, would be a little piece piece that's connected into the wall of the organ, and this will be the mass. So anytime you have like a stalk to it, meaning it's gonna have blood supply supplying that mass or what have you. So you'll see blood actually at the stalk of the pathology right there. So that's what that means, the fibrovascular stalk. Isoechoic and hypoechoic solid mass. There you go, right here, guys. You don't really see, and you can see that. And this, remember again, these three right here: intraductal papilloma, intracystic papilloma, and papillomatosis. These are all within the actual ducts. Okay, so we can see we have this is the duct right here, guys. You see that the duct is hypoechoic, right? This whole thing. But within there, you can see we have some kind of debris or some kind of papilloma, this mass right here within that actual duct. Okay? And that's what's causing a blockage, which again, if you have blockage of the duct, that could end up backing up that TDLU, causing a cyst as well. Okay? So this right here, guys, this is called the roll nipple technique, and it's a technique used to track the duct all the way back to the nipple. Okay? Because sometimes the nipple can have a mass on it. Okay? Or posterior to it. So that's called the roll nipple technique right there. And here, guys, we have a intracystic papilloma. Okay? Papilloma within this cyst right here. Right? And that's an easy way to determine, say for instance, a fluid level from actual mass is that most masses they're not gonna be on the dependent side. They're gonna be on the independent side. The dependency of gravity is not going to affect the mass. If it's attached to the anterior wall, it's always going to be there. Okay? Or if you have fluid, it'll end up leveling off. At some point, it'll end up leveling off right here, and you'll be able to see that fluid level. If I turn the patient, that fluid's going to go to that dependent side again, whichever way I turn that patient, and level off again. Okay? If it's a solid mass, 9 times out of 10, it's going to stay in that area, stay where it's attached to. And we're gonna again start on malignant lesions on Friday. But I did want to give you guys a list. So if you're going to study malignant lesions, here's the list of all our malignant lesions right here. Okay. Our invasive and non-invasive malignant lesions. Okay, so you guys can study those. This is what we're going to cover on Friday. We have a couple of questions for you guys. I didn't get to put them on the slide, but I'm going to read them to you. So, Pat, you hit that light for us? Okay. So, which of the following, guys, you have to listen closely to me. Which is a characteristic of a complex cyst? Okay. Which is a characteristic of a complex cyst? I have A, thin wall, less than 0.5 millimeters. Okay. B, thick septations, greater than 0.5 millimeters. C, no internal echoes. Or D, hyperemia. Which of those is a characteristic of a complex cyst? B, guys, B. Definitely thick septations, greater than 0.5 millimeters. Good job. Definitely not thin wall or no internal echoes, because those are all will be characteristics of a simple cyst, and hyperemia would be characteristics of a what's the second one I said? The infected cyst. Okay. My next question, guys, is which pathology is likely when a woman presents with a fever, skin reddening, and purulent discharge?
Abscess.
Yeah, I didn't have to read my answer choices to you guys. An abscess. Good job. Y'all heard me? Okay. Which feature is likely benign? Okay. A, duct extension, C, acoustic shadowing, B, speculation, or A,
D.
wider than tall.
Wide and tall.
Wider than tall. Wider than tall. Remember I said, you're gonna have to know this right here. Wider than tall. Which huge axillary solid mass appears oval, gently lobulated, and hypoechoic with cystic spaces? Okay. Which huge axillary solid mass appears oval, gently lobulated, with hypoechoic and cystic spaces? Is that A, intraductal papilloma? Is that B, a lipoma? C, phylloids? Or D, fibroadenoma? A, intraductal papilloma? Again, read the question one more time. Which huge axillary mass, solid mass, appears oval, gently lobulated, and hypoechoic with cystic spaces? Is it A, intraductal papilloma, B, lipoma, C, phylloids tumor, or B, fibroadenoma?
Fibroadenoma.
It is D, phylloids. What did I say D was?
Say fibro.
It's phylloid tumor. It's the key
C
giveaway
is
was
phylloid.
being an axillary mass. My bad. I'm mixing them up, so when I give them to you, you won't know exactly what they mean. Okay. But the key being axillary mass, meaning, that lets you know right there, it was the phylloid. Alrighty, guys, those are my questions I have for you right there.
Are you gonna send the copy?
Yes. Well, probably on Friday when I finish. How they scan it? We're gonna talk about it, but as far as you scanning it, you have to learn to clean. Like, we're supposed to have a phantom. We supposed to order it. I don't know what the status of it is, but it's supposed to be ordered in the summer before you guys even got here. But yeah, I don't know.
What the guys,
How it is. Would you let us do a transvaginal on you in the lab?
it might be extra comfortable. But I did it.
I'm just saying, would you
I
let
try to
us,
act so, I try to be so.
would you let somebody do a transvaginal on you in
Not
the lab?
me, but.
I'm just saying. No, I mean, we were gonna do it in my class. I was gonna volunteer and somebody was gonna let me do their transvaginal. That was our agreement, but Ms. Shepherd said, no, we can't do that.
Cause we don't have a machine to sanitize.
So,
Yeah, sanitize.
that's true, that's true.
Trophon.
Trophon is new, we didn't always have Trophon. Well, it's not new, but it's new word. When I was in school, we didn't have Trophon, we had